get it when Dad comes in. He told me not to play ball near the house. I didn't mean it, Dad. I'm sorry.
Jimmy, you disobeyed. I'm going to punish you by keeping you home from the playground for the next 3 days.
I know what I'll do. Gee, I hope when Dad sees his shoes shine, he'll forgive me. I'll call him now. Oh, Dad!
Why, Jimmy, well, this is a surprise.
I wanted to show you I was really sorry for disobeying you.
Well, that's very nice, Jimmy. I'm glad to see you're sorry for what you did. But I must be just, too. Don't forget, you broke the window and you deserve to be punished for it. So you still may not go to the playground today. But I can also be merciful and take it easy on you. So I'll keep you home only 1 day instead of 3. How's that?
Gee, Dad, that's swell. I like that mercy idea.
Well, it's not my idea, Jimmy. It really comes from God. He always treats us, his children, with justice and mercy. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Let's suppose this hat is a boat. A long time ago, God told a man named Noah to build a big boat like this right in the middle of a city where there was no water.
Look at old Noah building his ship.
Where are you going to sail it? All of the people on earth were very wicked, and they laughed at Noah for doing what God had told them. But God is all-knowing, and he knew that every man's secret thoughts and desires were evil. And because he is the supreme being, he could say,
I will wipe from the earth man whom I have created, man and beast, crawling creature, and bird of the air as well, for I regret that I made them.
But Noah and his family were good and without blame. And God said to Noah,
You alone in this generation I have found just in my sight. Therefore, go into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. Of every sort of living creature, you shall bring 2 into the ark, to keep them alive with you.
So Noah did all that God commanded him. And then God began to show his almighty power. For when they were all in the ark, it began to rain. For 40 days and 40 nights it rained, until every living thing was wiped out. Only Noah and those with him in the ark were left. After many months, the water dried up, and Noah and the others came out. So God showed his justice by punishing the wicked men and by rewarding the good family of Noah. But then he also showed his mercy, which is greater than his justice. Like this hat is greater than this key. God's mercy means that he rewards us more than we earn and punishes us less than we deserve. When people offend God by sin, they deserve to be destroyed at once. But God, in his mercy, usually doesn't do that. For when Noah came out of the ark, he thanked God, and God promised him,
Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth.
the sign of his promise was to be the rainbow. And whenever it appears, God remembers his promise that never again shall he destroy the earth by flood. So you see, Jimmy, I try to imitate God as best I can, for I take his place with you.
Gosh, Dad, God is sure wonderful, isn't he?
Yes, he is, Jimmy. And yet, some men have been so foolish as to worship man-made idols instead of the one true God who loves us. One of these men was a king, and he had as his guest a holy man named Daniel. This king and his people worshipped a big idol named Baal. They left big loads of food before it every day, But Daniel would never worship Baal. And the king said to him,
Why do you not worship Baal?
Because I do not worship idols made with hands, but the living God that created heaven and earth and has power over all flesh.
Does not Baal seem to you to be a living God? Don't you see how much he eats and drinks every day?
O king, be not deceived, for this is only clay inside and brass outside, and it has never eaten at any time.
I will find out if this be true. Gather together all the priests of Baal. If you do not tell me who eats all this food every day, you shall die. But if you can show that Baal eats these things, Daniel shall die.
O king, place the meats and make ready the wine, and then seal the door. And when you come in the morning, if you do not find that Baal has eaten it all, we will suffer death. If he has eaten it, then Daniel must die.
But while the king was putting the food before the idol, Daniel was saying to the servants,
Be sure you cover every inch of the floor with those ashes.
There, my own seal is on this door. I'll know if anyone tries to open it.
And early the next morning,
Are the seals whole, Daniel?
They are whole, O king.
Then let us go in. Great art thou, O Baal, and there is no deceit in thee.
Look at the floor, O king. Notice those footprints. Let us see where they lead. Ah, a secret door. Let's open it.
so the king saw that the idol did not eat the food, but the wicked pagan priests, and he had them put to death. And he said,
Daniel, destroy that idol forever.
But the king and his people also worshipped a great dragon.
Daniel, you cannot say that this is not a living God. Therefore adore him.
I adore the Lord, my God, for he is the living God. But that is no living God. I will kill this false god without sword or club. I'll feed it lumps of this tar and fat and hair.
And the dragon swelled up and burst open. And Daniel said,
Behold that which you worshipped.
Then the king called all the people together.
I decree that all men fear the God of Daniel, for he is the living and eternal God forever.
So you see, Jimmy, the true God is a living and eternal God who will never die. He is a spirit, and we can't see him now. And yet, no matter where we might go, he is present. No matter how high up we go, God is there. No matter how deep into the earth we go, he is there. If we go to the farthest desert, he is there. Even if we go to the ends of the earth, God is there. Yes, he is everywhere, watching over all his children, giving us good things. That's why God's Son told us,
Do not be anxious, saying, What shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or what are we to put on? For your Father knows that you need all these things. But seek first the kingdom of God and his justice, and all these things shall be given to you besides.